Okay, I would try to act like I know what I'm doing on YouTube, um, but I really don't. So that took way longer than it should have. Good thing my intro music is 5 minutes long for those occasions. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another severe weather coverage live stream. My name is Morgan J. Fold. This afternoon we have crap, that was my thumbnail. We have an enhanced risk because we can across portions of the northern mid-Atlantic, particularly including the eastern Pennsylvania areas for strong damaging wind gusts. Um, how early? Oh, that was an hour ago. Okay. So you guys can see upon first glance, I am not doing this correctly. I'm not doing this right. Ah. Okay. Uh, where did it? It disappeared. What? My pen tool disapparated. Okay. Well, I suppose that's nice. Um, I'm not 100%, but I think I'm one of the only people on YouTube that's actually doing this today, for valid reason as well. So, um, let's go to the probabilities. Here's your enhanced risk. Stationed over extreme western Jersey, extreme southeastern New York State, eastern Pennsylvania, portions of Maryland, northern Virginia, for those strong damaging wind gusts like I mentioned. No significant severe risk. We do have a 5% chance for tornadoes that's fairly widespread, ranging all the way from the Gulf Coast all the way up into the tip of southern New York, so that's cool. Also extends into western New Jersey, including the Philadelphia area, as well as Allentown, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Pottsville. The damaging wind risk is what the enhanced risk is for. You can see the level 3 out of 5 outlined in red, or as my cursor is saying, which I actually don't want it to say, 30% chance for damaging wind gusts up and across this area. You do see some scattered showers and thunderstorms that are developing up towards this general area. I'm not doing that right either. Is Nate going live today? He's actually in the field, so he may be streaming a chase later, but I'm not sure what he's doing exactly right now. I think he's actually out in Maryland taking care of some business, but he will not be streaming Radar today. I think I'm the only one that will be doing that. So, few severe thunderstorm warnings that are currently ongoing across Pennsylvania. We also do have how old is this? An hour and a half ago. Potential for a couple tornadoes and a few damaging wind gusts as well. So they're mentioning that possibility for Raleigh. There is a tornado watch that is in effect for areas from South Carolina northward into Delmarva. We also do have a tornado watch south of everything in Georgia and Florida for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms that are the remnants of last night's severe weather event, which was fairly interesting to watch unfold. So, definitely definitely some stuff that we're gonna have to watch out for today. So we're going to be here through the most of it, and we're going to make sure that we get out the best coverage that we can to as many people that need it. Frankly, State College is probably better off here. Oh yeah. So y'all do see a lot of scattered showers and thunderstorms that are really overspreading this area of central Pennsylvania. These are eventually going to be pushing off towards the north and the east throughout the evening. It is going to be progressing through the night. There is the risk for some large hail embedded in some of these storms. So you see the storm out by Belleville actually has an inch-sized hail per radar. A few of these storms could also spin up. There is a small tornado probability, particularly across this area of eastern Pennsylvania with the storms that will develop. So we're going to have to watch out for all of that later on this afternoon. I did want to look, because I'm not actually 100% on what the cloud cover situation is, which is a big key to anything that actually happens today. Visible. Okay, so there are still a lot of clouds that are overspreading the region, although it does look like there is some clearing out and ahead of Williamsport. Possibly some extra heating for those areas. Some clearing actually starting to occur in the lower Hudson Valley as well at the same point. It's very cloudy down south. Extremely cloudy. Extremely low clouds down by that way. But you guys can see some clearing here to the east of the Appalachians, basically extending from West Virginia all the way up northward. Y'all are also going to have to bear with me because I am nursing a sore throat, so I'm going to have to try and take it a little bit easier today than what I would usually. But we're still going to try and get this info out to as many people that might need it, especially later on in the afternoon and evening hours when the storms really do start to take shape. So, let's start to get into specifics here. There's a few severe thunderstorm warnings up by State College radar and then down by North Carolina as well. So, let's take a look at chat really quickly here. Already said Nate's not going live today. Great live stream. Appreciate that. Good Twitter. GFS is arguing the funny in mid-April. That seems about right. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, that'd be a really good sounding if it was actually legitimate. But, you know, hour 350 plus on the GFS. Can Staten Island get impacts? Possibly. So I'm actually going to bring this up here. We're a few minutes away from a new outlook. Staten Island is in a slight risk. So if we drag this over here, this is the SPC's outlook for the afternoon, highlighting the tornado wind and hail probabilities. So Staten Island is really located right in about this general vicinity. So you guys are in a slight risk. You guys are in a slight risk for damaging wind gusts. You are also in... actually, I don't think you are in the 2% tornado probability. But you guys could see some strong damaging winds later this evening with the storms that eventually form and move off through the eastern Pennsylvania area. But those storms might not be all that strong because of diurnal heating. So we're going to have to keep that in mind throughout the day as well. Nate may go live later as he plans on it, but no need to yet. He's been in front of the storms as of now. Yeah, and he's also taking care of stuff. Probs and no precipitation cells forming today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to know because that was a very strange thing that turned out being very serious. So I'll kind of pass on that. So you look down by the Carolinas, see a lot of scattered showers and thunderstorms as well, overspreading the eastern half of the state. There actually may be a few rotations that are spinning up on this thing. Yeah, maybe a few small rotations. Big left flank velocity enhancement going right north to south on the left side of the storm. That's really going to help storms really wrap up later on if they do try and go tornadic. That'll be up by the Bethesda vicinity. And then areas farther north and east as well of Raleigh. So that's something to note. So yeah, folks, I am going to start streaming a little bit more in the near future. Because my most difficult stretch in school is probably starting to come to an end, for one. And for two, we're getting close to 1,000. And I'm going to be the first to admit that we're getting close. So I really do actually want to hit that peak so I can start the monetization process if possible. New mesoscale discussion concerning Watch 87. I'm going to see if that's actually up here, and it is. That's basically covering the entirety of the watch. Threat for damaging and wind gusts and a couple tornadoes, particularly in portions of central and eastern Pennsylvania, will continue this afternoon and evening. A new watch will likely be needed into portions of southeastern New York and New Jersey as activity continues to the east. So they're mentioning the possibility of these storms extending all the way out into the lower Hudson Valley, and a possible watch that would be issued for this general vicinity, probably, if I had to guess. If they're mentioning southern New York, might actually include the area of New York City and Staten Island as well. So we're gonna have to monitor that. I may actually be able to just sit in my house and chase from here, because that's just kind of how this looks like it's gonna go. A lot more clearing that's actually starting to. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute here. A lot more clearing that actually looks like it is starting to occur out in front of this line. So it looks like there's a little bit of a boundary that is pushing off just to the west of Lebanon. Can actually kind of note it through here, basically where the cloud cover is. I meant kind of there actually. So this is going to eventually keep pushing off. Will enhance the heating if you guys reside in the areas of southeastern Pennsylvania and northern Maryland. You guys could see some strong thunderstorm activity later on in this afternoon with this stuff. Oh, goodness gracious. Excuse me. When's Nate going on? No idea. Is Nate here as well? No, he's not. Nate's out and about. He's going to be chasing. So, I'll have word with him through my phone, and actually I need to, oh goodness, I need to get out my charger here. New day one out soon. What do you think they will do? If I was funny, I'd say they go moderate, but they're probably staying enhanced for the same hazards. Unless the enhanced was a mistake entirely and possibly needs to be issued differently and by another forecaster. That comes out in about 15 minutes. Yeah. Moderate, there it is. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. That's my phone connecting. If for whatever reason it is, it's wind. I will say this confidently. In my lifetime, I really doubt they will ever double upgrade for tornadoes in the Northeast. Ever. Ever. That's just not a thing. You gotta make sure I have comms up all and good here, because if I'm gonna be talking with him, I do want to have easy contact. So the severe thunderstorm warnings up in central Pennsylvania have expired, although there are a bunch of still strong showers and thunderstorms that are pushing off. Even might have to watch out for rotation with a few of these storms. But until a lot of this becomes organized, the tornado threat's going to be rather low up here, so you're going to have to wait another hour or so for that. But there have been a lot of small embedded rotations thus far, so we're going to have to continue to watch that. It just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Pennsylvania. It just didn't come up yet. Yep, central Pennsylvania. That is a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for areas southeast of State College. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Center, Huntington, Juanita, Mifflin, Snyder, and Union counties. That will be in effect until 4:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time with 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Rather, penny-sized hail, excuse me, being the primary hazard. So, if you guys happen to reside in the areas of Lewistown, Mifflintown, Mount Union, Burham, Belleville, Milroy, Highland Park, etc., you guys need to be monitoring the skies and taking to a sturdy structure when necessary, because these storms are pushing off towards your general vicinity with some pretty sizable hail embedded in them as well. North Carolina might be spinning up. Let's drop back. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, for sure. It could get a tornado warning here soon. That is a very, very decent looking storm there. Very surface based. Extremely surface based. Yeah, spectrum width is there. There is a little bit of turbulence going on to the north and east. North and west of Morrisville. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Could get a tornado warning here soon. Staying with Baltimore tonight. Any serious concerns? Baltimore possibly. And the reason I say that is because you guys are in the. I believe you are. You're in the 5 Tour, I know that much, but I believe you're also in the Enhanced. Yeah, Baltimore is in the Enhanced tonight, so I would be watching out for you guys to possibly get some strong thunderstorms later on that could have the possibility to produce some damaging winds as well as maybe a couple tornadoes out and around your general area. DC and Baltimore both need to be watching this afternoon, as well as Philadelphia, and then up the I-95 corridor into New York City. So all of y'all need to be on high alert this afternoon. There it is, tornado warning, North Carolina.
Tornado warning for South Central Granville County in central North Carolina, northwestern Wake County in central North Carolina, southeastern Durham County in central North Carolina.
Oh, that's a very strong rotation northwest of Morrisville. So, like the bot just said, that is a tornado warning that is in effect. This switched back, so I'm gonna switch right back there. This is a tornado warning that is in effect for Granville, Wake, and Durham counties. That will be in effect until 4:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if you guys happen to reside south of Bethesda, south of Creedmoor, along State Route, this is 50 in North Carolina, along Interstate 540 as well as United States Route 70 going up to Bethesda, north of Raleigh, all right? This is north of Raleigh, North Carolina, in Noose as well. You guys need to be taking your proper precautions. Underground or lowest airmost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows. And there's the CC drop. You can see a little bit of a tornadic debris signature that is showing up on radar here that is going to be pushing off north and east of Raleigh. So, folks, we need to be getting this information out to as many people as possible, all right? I'm not sure if I'm the only one that's streaming this afternoon, but people do need to be aware that there is the possibility for several tornadic storms to spring up across the East Coast states. And you can see the storm definitely still has the potential to be producing a tornado right now. You can see a large spectrum width drop to the degree of 23 knots or something like that, which is fairly strong at this instance. So it's very important that you guys are warning people that might be north of Raleigh, anyone that you know that might need to be aware of this information here. SPC confirmed a tornado west central PA. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. It's probably a thing. Fairly shallow debris signature, only going up to about 2,000 feet, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a tornado on the ground. This is definitely a tornado down right now. You can see the strong velocity couplet I'm seeing, 35 miles per hour on top of 37. That's a 72 mile per hour delta velocity that's wrapping up in the counterclockwise rotation. You can see green's moving towards the radar, the red's moving away. Counterclockwise spin right in here is where you're getting that tornado, just to the north of Morrisville and south of Bethesda, south of Durham as well. So if you guys, again, are along the 540 or 70 areas between Bethesda and Raleigh up to Noose, Wake Forest, you guys need to be telling them to get into your safe space. I'm going to take a look here. So if y'all also see anything on Twitter about this, because I'm pretty sure people will be taking to Twitter, because everyone takes to Twitter, do let me know if you see something. Twitter handle is at MJFold54. It's Very important that we are getting ground truth on this if we can. Because that's one of the important things. That's one of the bigger things that goes on with this. Definitely something that you guys should be taking into account. Very important that you guys are letting people know that this is going on. Okay, CC indicates that the tornado might be starting to lift. Maybe a bit. But this definitely is still a tornadic storm at the moment that's going south of Bethesda and north of Mooresville. So if you just weakened significantly, actually. Still a bit of spectrum width though. So again, if you guys are at happen to live near the intersection of State Route 98 and State Route 50, you should still be in your safe space. Goodness. I'm gonna bring this off to my side now. Alright. Had to just take a second there and get some things off my screen. Hello, Seth. Good to see you. New severe Pennsylvania tour possible. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Drop back up there, actually, to look. And yeah, there definitely is a strong line that is starting to push off through. And there may be even a little bit of rotation, actually, going on with this style near Valley High. It is jutting out from the rest of the line. Maybe gaining a little bit of characteristics, so fairly low echo tops, but we're going to be expecting that with most of the storms today. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Bedford, Franklin, Fulton, and Huntington for 60 miles per hour wind gusts, and maybe a tornado that might go on with this later on up by Fanitsburg, excuse me. And the Roxbury vicinity, again, along I-76. So, definitely something that you should know. It's near the New York border. Excuse me. Oh, Towanda? Huh? What? Okay, well, this might go later on either way. Let's drop back here. Maybe it's still down weakly. But no, it probably just lifted. That's the kind of storms that we're going to be expecting today, folks. Brief tornadoes, embedded spin-ups along storm lines. And I should actually probably have vertical wind profiles up here just for the sake of my ease. Outlook is out in 5. Probably 10, though. Because the SBC is the SBC. Yeah, Raleigh's photograph is very conducive. Very conducive indeed. Let's do this. That's not what I wanted. Okay, well. Okay, well, all y'all really need to see is this information anyway. Shear, flow, helicity, ton of helicity, almost 400 at the surface, meters squared per second squared, 530 at 1 kilometer actually, and then a very big C-shaped photograph, storm motion indicated by the blue line pushing off north and east of the storm's location. Your arc is going to kind of be like this with the storms, with any supercells that can form. So your tornado would be right in the middle of this, indicated by this here. So definitely a fairly conducive environment up and along here for brief tornadoes to form. And yeah, it is off the ground at this point. So hopefully that didn't really impact too many people, although that did go right through the intersection of 40 and 570, I believe that is. 540, excuse me. I'm going to use this. Go up here. Because frankly, what is this? Oh. Oh, that storm actually looks fairly good. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Has rotation in the upper levels, too. This is why I'm talking about the fact that we really should be letting people know that this is going on. Because there's going to be a bunch of things to note with these storms this afternoon. Maybe rotation developing to the north of that. Cell up here to the east of that near Tunkanok. Alright, folks, so this is going to be hanging off in towards the New Albany area. New Albany. Wyalusing Camptown. Up and along United States Route 6. Take a look back at chat here. New Day 1. That's not the New Day 1. Twitter. It looks just about the same, besides the fact that they've cut off the slight risk towards the southern extent, south of South Carolina, and then I think they actually expanded the slight and marginal risks north into southern Vermont and New Hampshire. That doesn't really shock me at all. Okay, can do that. So y'all, if you have any questions about anything that might be going on here, be sure to let me know in chat. Hello, Anish. Bunch of these storms that are really starting to gain characteristics. So I definitely watch out if for this storm, particularly if it tightens up to the north and east. Has a lot of helicity, but it doesn't have too much cape, so it might not gain structure. That's the one thing. But regardless, if you're in New Albany, Monroe, Towanda, Wyalusing, you guys need to be watching out for this. Definitely need to be watching out for this. It is 70 degrees here. Goodness. Check back on North Carolina. And definitely does actually maybe recycling. A little bit more spectrum width towards the east of Bethesda now. Be interesting to see if that spins. Have to watch out for that. Any other storms really that are trying to do something? Doesn't really appear like it. Yeah, it doesn't really look as though that's the case. Okay. That's really interesting, actually. Because now it looks like there's a bunch of spots along the line that are really starting to try and pick up a little bit. Well, this one looks like the only one that actually has anything above the surface going for it. Am I in a tornado threat today? I'm in a 2%, I think. How about this newest outlook? I think I'm in it too. Yep, remains 5 Tor, 30 wind, 5 hail from the northeast. Yeah, I am in a 2 Tor actually. So that's nice. Let's go back to the cell. Well, that's not the cell I wanted to go back to, but we can go back to the cell anyway. Yeah, McConnellsburg. First of all, there's going to be a lot of strong gusty winds around this line, regardless of whether or not there's going to be a tornado produced from this storm in the near term or in the future. If you guys are in Shippensburg, Chambersburg, excuse me, down the I-81 corridor, particularly south of Shippensburg, I'd be watching out for this, because there's a lot of strong damaging winds hanging up towards your area. In addition, north of I-76, Landysburg, Carlisle, Schlusser, Mechanicsburg possibly. You guys also need to be watching out for that. Whole lot of embedded rotations actually that are starting to go on with this. Yeah, a bunch of smaller hooks that's actually going on here. You even have a little bit of an embedded thing. There's a little bit of spectrum width, nothing organized though. Okay, that's cooked. Hold on. This is very cooked. 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. I don't know why that didn't work. Okay. Let's drop back over here. And it does actually look like it may be tightening up a little bit. May actually be a new rotation that's actually forming now too on the southern flank. It actually has a little bit of spectrum width and ZDR. So that's something that we should be taking note of right now. If you're in Dewshore, Wyalusing, Laceyville, you guys might need to be taking your safe spaces soon. Tunkhannock, you all also might have to be taking your proper precautions sooner rather than later. Yeah, it definitely looks like in the higher levels that there are 2 distinct areas. So we're looking up 10,000 feet here. Even here we're looking up 8,000 feet. You can see 2 distinct rotations. I highly doubt that both of them will go at once. But if there is one to go, it'll probably be this one. At least at the moment. This is going to be paralleling State Route 87 up through Dewshore, ladies and gents. Okay. The end of Nate's stream, I heard him say night chase. Yeah, he might. He might. New tornado warning.
Tornado warning for southeastern Granville County in central North Carolina,
it's an extension.
north central Wake County in central North Carolina, east central Durham County in central North Carolina,
So
west central Franklin County in central North Carolina.
That actually is trying to wrap a little bit south of Creedmoor. Now, I don't see a whole lot. But, again, it doesn't really take long for these cells to really spin up. Not what I wanted. It really doesn't take much for these cells to spin up, and you can see there's a little bit of turbulence there that might be trying to contribute to a storm producing. A lot of spectrum width there. I'm not sure what that's about. There's a little bit of rotation here, but that's a very discrete couplet. You see, if you guys are in Franklinton, Youngsville, Wake Forest, north of that, along United States Route 1 and 1A, y'all might be wanting to take your proper precautions. Lowest and most part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. This is definitely interesting to watch progress. Um, there isn't really one defined area of rotation with this. Yeah, there's still upper levels on it. Very interesting set of storms here, folks. Let's drop back down here. And we don't have a new frame yet, so that's great. Like I said, y'all, I am nursing a sore throat, so when I really can cut out for a minute, I'm going to. So, that's one thing. I should have went chasing. I would have liked to, but I didn't. I can't. Parts of South Carolina still in the 5% because additional cells honestly could develop south of the main stuff in North Carolina. So that's what they're kind of wary about a little bit. This may be the next rotation to watch up here. To the east of Creedmoor, west of Franklinton, along 56. That may be what we have to watch. Actually, let's see if we can get away with that. Shows more cells forming after this line rainstorm passes. Yeah, it's possible. Severe considerable southern Pennsylvania. Goodness gracious. Yeah, definitely starting to wrap up a little bit more. Really isn't much on reflectivity to really support this all, but it is definitely something to bear in thought of because there is still definitely the possibility for the storm to produce south of Henderson. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. That's really all I wanted to do. So waiting for that perfect storm today. There won't be. That's the thing. This is a very grungy mode, and I really doubt there's really going to be anything that sustains all that long. Nate's chasing this evening, Lance. Let's check back on these storms. You can see there is a lot of strong damaging winds that are progressing up towards the north and east with this. Maybe in a rotation developing on the northern flank. Possibly a rotation, actually, that's developing near the Troxelville area. It's very discombobulated, though. Yeah, there's your damage threat considerable. Is for 70 miles per hour wind gusts. Strongest part of the storms will be from Fort Littleton to Willow Hill. So they are mentioning a stronger part of the storms down here. Also severe thunderstorm warning down there for I don't know why. Definitely looks like there may be something trying to spin in this, although I really can't tell much. Severe storms in PA until 11 p.m. Not quite. Northern PA storm is still doing things. Yeah, a little bit. Spectrum width has increased a bit, so that's interesting to note. Although the structure is not good still. What are you? Not much. Well, more than nothing. What is that? A little bit of turbulence up by green. Nothing imminently tornadic, I don't think. New mezzo for Florida. Really? Should have streamed yesterday. I had so much stuff to do. I didn't have time. So I just joined Nate out of ease. Strong thunderstorms may gradually spread inland north of Tampa. Locally strong surface gusts and perhaps a tornado. That's a severe thunderstorm watch, and I don't know why that's going off now unless they just issued a new one. They did just issue a new one. Yeah, and I'm in it. That's very nice. It scared the crap out of me. So here's your new severe thunderstorm watch outlined in the yellow box that's actually spreading closer to the coast. So it's outlined in this. I am using yellow. That is not a good color. Highlighted in yellow, extending all the way out to the coast, excluding New York, actually, and excluding Staten Island. So that's interesting. So it does include areas like Philadelphia, Trenton, west of the Hudson, Poughkeepsie, Allentown, Reading, those general areas. Not including Atlantic City. So that's actually very interesting that they already have issued that. This is in effect until midnight this evening. For scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour likely, as well as tornado or two possible along the line. Thunderstorms are currently intensifying over central Pennsylvania. Will track eastward into the watch area this afternoon and evening, damaging winds, and a tornado or two may accompany the stronger cells. 25, 60, 20, 10, 5 probs. So, they don't really anticipate there being much tornadic activity. There is a 60% chance for 10 or more severe wind events in excess of 58 miles per hour, though. So that's interesting to note. Okay, let's drop back to the other storms. This is a really weird storm. I really want to say something's wrapping up inside of it, but nothing really supports that. Just looks like a mess. Oh gosh. Can't tell. That's so blech. Definitely has strong damaging winds with it. I will say that. But the tornadic possibilities with it are just so up in the air. Although the southernmost couplet actually has a little bit of spectrum width and is probably the most organized of all three couplets. This is kind of a mess. This is more organized than this. And this is kind of on the inflow as well. So if we take a look at this, you guys can kind of see the vague supercell structure that's exposing with this. So your inflow would be kind of going in here, or that's a backwards arrow, gosh. Your inflow would kind of be going in here, or maybe even here a little bit, which may be actually inhibiting both storms because there's two areas of inflow. New severe West Virginia. Yeah, I actually don't. I'm not too surprised by that. Yeah, we'll continue to monitor this as this pushes off further towards Wyalusing, actually bearing down pretty rapidly on Wyalusing. Toward North Carolina died. Did it really? Not fully. I mean, not entirely yet, but yeah, it's basically dead. Ah. It's windy. Ooh. Ooh. Storm actually doesn't look too bad. Has a little bit of rotation in the upper levels. I'd watch this cell down by Broadway to possibly produce as it pushes off towards the north and east, south of Raleigh. It's got a fairly open environment. Yeah, I'd definitely watch out for that. I don't know what this is doing. Thoughts on next week's event? I haven't looked into it much, truthfully. How's it going? Pretty alright, Eric. Pretty alright. I mean, I am not feeling the best, but we're here anyway. It's just kind of that kind of day. Because I think I'm one of the only online right now. So. Yeah, I'm just trying to spread the information to as many people as I can. Oh, gosh. Just heard someone's trash can go flying. It's kind of funny. Yeah, there's a sphere watch. Yada 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 yada. Let's get back to this. Sent you day 6 and 7. Yeah, I saw that. I'm kind of in the middle about it because after last two events have kind of gone squall. Yeah. Don't really like to call things that far out. Oh gosh. Drop back here. Huh. So I'm trying to jet out the wrong direction. I might be trying to jet out the wrong way. That's not a tornado, folks. Really doubt. Huh, a little bit of a hooking saw down my McConnellsburg, too. This is the kind of thing that I've been mentioning with the brief tornado possibilities. Be very quick and rapid fire. Okay, I need these. Sun is out, not good. It's peeking through the clouds here, but not that much. Alright. 27 in Rhode Island. Yeah, I can tell. That's... Yeah. So, again, I really don't know. That's interesting. Fairly weak as of now. Yeah, a lot of strong gusty winds. Maybe a little bit of rotation now starting to develop. If that really starts to couple a little bit more, we might be talking about a tornadic storm. Check back up on this. Seems pretty uncertain about what it's doing itself, actually. So new severe thunderstorm warning with a damage check, considerable tag, and a tornado possible tag. For 70 miles per hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. Along the I-80 corridor between Bloomsburg and Milton, about. It's I-180 as well, going up to the north. As well as U-15, United States U-15 between Salinger and Williamsport. So, a lot of strong damaging winds that could be going on with this storm. I'm looking at this from the wrong radar, I think. Yeah, a lot of hail going on with this storm, and this is the storm that I mentioned with the impeded rotation possible as well. Yeah, a lot of hail going on with that. Also a lot of rain, goodness. So the higher values of KDP mean that you're really not going to be able to see much. It's really indicating the amount of rain that's in the storm. And that's a lot of rain. Very high rain. Very high amount of rain. This is very heavy rain. Nate to get the NATO. Who knows? I don't really like the spot he's in, frankly. That's anticyclonic. That's funny. What? Stuff. Pennsylvania mostly. Streaming, by the way. Williamsport. Soggy day, I think that's an understatement for some of these areas. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas north of Shippensburg. And possibly a couple cells south of that as well. So probably going to get another severe thunderstorm warning for these cells as well. This one's for 60 miles per hour wind gusts, and it does have a tornado possible tag. Because this pushes it off towards the Landysburg vicinity. Maybe actually up towards Carlisle because it's moving a little bit more east than north. Bear with me 2 seconds here, folks. How's it looking for Suffolk, Virginia? Suffolk, I really don't think is going to have too many problems today. Yeah, highly doubt that. I'm going to actually take a better look. Oh. Switch radar here. So Suffolk, I believe, is down here. Yeah, Suffolk, Virginia. You guys are actually in a tornado watch. But at the moment, you're really not experiencing too many severe weather conditions. So if we take a look at radar, you guys can see that you guys are getting a little bit of rain and maybe actually a little bit of a storm there. So let's grab a look at that really quickly. Wall cloud. Just an hour and a half ago. Do I think Rhode Island will get severe weather tonight? No. Doubt. That actually looks a little bit of an looks like a little bit of an interesting storm. A little bit. Definitely looks like that might have the chance to be a tornadic storm. A little bit. The ocean cooling is stopping the severe. Down there maybe, and oh my god. Getting dark again, wind is picking up. Yeah, probably a lot of rain moving through. Drop down and see what this is. A few storms down there. Yeah, nothing organized. So we did actually have a tornado reported. Several downed trees along and near I-40 and Slater Road, likely due to tornado damage, so that's interesting. There definitely was a tornado down south of Bethesda. That's right where we saw the CC drop as well. It's a left flank velocity enhancement for sure. But it's really linear at the same time. So, living by the railroad tracks makes me go semi-deaf. You don't even live there. I do. Are those freight trains? No, it's passenger. It's commuter rail. Why are my Twitter mentionings imploding? Virginia and Virginia boys trying to go up with warnings. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. Yeah, actually over there are a few, so let's take a look at that. Few smaller cells that are developing. Really hard to see because it's in the middle of a radar gap. Maybe this is a bit better. It's a lot of hail. Yeah, a lot of ice. Nothing really rotating with these. Swear to God, if that actually. No. I knew that didn't look right. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, nothing really too ridiculous about these. But if you do reside in Circleville, down bank, northeast of Lewisburg, should be watching out for some strong damaging winds and maybe some small hail heading up towards your area. North PA is doing stuff. Oh, that looks a bit better. That definitely looks better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Though we also do have a report. High wind measured, but it was heavy rain, so that's nice. This cell also looks like it may be starting to go. It actually has reasonable echo tops, 31,000 feet. First storm I've seen today that has something more than 30. So we may be starting to see storms take it up another notch here. Try to get my chair to work properly. Ugh. So definitely spectrum width drop. That's really starting to occur over there. Would definitely watch shortly for possible tornadic development. And folks, this is probably going to be rain wrapped as well. So yeah, that is a lot of rain. So you're not going to really be able to see too much. That is a lot of rain. So you're really not going to be able to see much if you're in that general area. Really don't think. Really don't think you should be taking a chance with this, although it does look like it just broadened a little bit. So did the southern storm. It's also a cell developing there. What am I missing? State colleges there. Gosh. Yeah, Milton may be starting to get a little bit of rotation. That looks like it's starting to go. That looks like it's actually starting to gain some really good structure. Take a look in the upper tilts. It's probably going to take a while. Another while longer. I'll now go look for a storm with 30,000 feet. Far northeastern North Carolina, I got big rotation. That's what I was hoping would not be the case. Because it's going right towards areas of South Norfolk, which are fairly populous. Oh gosh. Should be some new frames here. Not that bad. Definitely still will have definitely still will be producing some strong damaging winds, possibly south of Norfolk. I really don't think it looks all that bad though. All that serious, at least at the moment. Broad, good job. Excuse me. That's nice. Yeah, it's very cool. Power outages are over the board. It's turning into Morgan. Yeah, congratulations. Just trying to look out. Crap. Take a look at power outages here. About 13,000 out in Virginia and 12.5 in Pennsylvania, which is interesting. 35,000 in Michigan, because that makes sense. Bunch out in Detroit, but I don't know why. Few out in California, which always makes sense. Storm to your west, yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt that. Flash flood warning has been issued for Wyalusing in vicinity. A lot of trailing showers and thunderstorms over there. And the tornadic threat seems to have died with these, at least for the moment. Okay. Gosh. Man, I'm struggling with fatigue, and I don't know why. That's not usual for me. yeah, tour North Carolina. Ain't gonna be that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. It won't be this. I don't think it'll be this. Go look. Doesn't really seem like it's gonna be this either. So I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this within the next hour. And depending on that, we'll see what I do with the stream. Twitter. Oh boy. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's not. That's not. I have a fun time considering Nate can't get his stream going and I'm trying to help. That's nice. My name is Nate and I'm not doing this correctly. So it's live view what's new. Yeah, that sounds about right. mean, I would probably honestly just rather work off a phone or something like that. Then again, if you can't get that working, that'll be interesting to know. Okay, this new Milford Storm may be trying again, but it hasn't been able to go in its last 3 attempts, so would be slightly skeptical about this one too. But you guys can see the area that does have the greens moving towards the reds and grays moving away. The counterclockwise spin rotation would be right in the middle there, and that would be where the tornado would be as well. So if you guys do reside in the Brooklyn vicinity, you should be in a sturdy shelter. That's not. There's no way. Good amount of inflow on that. Just down here. It's great. I love my town. Sound like 2 train horns. Well, it was one, just one that was really loud and pretty crappy at the same time. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll continue to monitor. This is a strong mowing segment, though. A lot of gusty winds going on here, moving through Jameson City and Benton. So I know that much. See if I can find where Nate is.
Said he's seeing rising scud and a possible wall just looking off to his west as he's moving north.
Where the hell even is he?
Was south of Bellinger Creek, south of Frederick County.
I found him. That's nice.
Or I guess you can see right.
Just found him, and I would really have to question his logic if he's talking about a storm up along the I-70 corridor. It's a lot of rain, and really nothing on radar that's really showing any characteristics of rising motion at all. So that's one thing to bear in mind, and I'm looking from Sterling radar. New York border tour possible. Yeah, possibly. I would not doubt that. Oh yeah. A lot of damaging winds. A lot of damaging winds. Possible Boeing Echo and maybe a bookend vortex here. That may actually be the spot to watch in a minute. Yeah, maybe. Can see a little bit of a spectrum with drop.
Said he seen the real damn thing then on radar.
He really ought to consider the following if he can. Is he on Zello with you, or is he on a Discord call or something like that?
He's on a Discord call with me. I'm trying to help him get his stream going. He said go and fate, go and fate.
don't know where I am. Driving on this road to the north yet.
Perfect timing, Morgan.
Excuse me?
Tell me to consider the following because I don't know what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, Morgan. Nate said he almost just crashed his car.
Because this shit just tried to go into my damn lane. People in Maryland are weird, and I should know because I am from the same plane.
You're going in the wrong direction, Nate.
I'm going north.
No, you're going northeast. You're going in the wrong direction.
Well, my plan is Woodsboro, and then I go left, because if I try and take 15, I'm right next to the mountain and I can't see shit, so.
And for what it's worth, I'm streaming. So.
For what it's worth, I can't see crap.
For what it's worth, there's a tree down in
That's the second
Watersville.
charger I've seen. Bro.
My dad owns one.
Nate, you're seeing rain. I can confirm you're seeing rain. Congratulations. You're a weather weenie.
There's like a... Alright, one thing I gotta say is that the rain is starting
You're
to get
seeing
continued
rain.
towards the bottom.
You're a weather weenie.
No. Listen to what I'm saying, you dumb...
Whoa there, bud. Hold it there.
At the bottom part of the storm, all right, on the southern flank, specifically the southwestern flank, all right, the rain is a lot darker, which tells me that there's a lot more of a just convergence area right around there. A lot of convergence.
Well, folks, it does look like the cell, actually, by Hancock, Maryland, is starting to hook a little bit. There is a little bit of spectrum width indicating probably what's a shelf cloud extending from this storm.
Mason, hit it.
Hit it.
What are
See
y'all
if it
hitting?
works.
Still trying to
My live
get
view,
this
we're
live
trying to
stream
smack-
going.
We're trying to smack the live view into oblivion to try and start streaming, but it's not doing it.
It still ain't doing it.
I hate this thing, I swear. This is the stupidest thing. Just the way that you have to stream is so stupid.
Reminder, folks, that Nate spent $2,000 on this crap, and now he can't even use it correctly.
No. Listen, I spent $2,200 on the other camera equipment which I brought today. One of which, actually I have all of them here still. But one of which is supposed to be connected to my live view, and so that's stupid. I can start recording with that if I really wanted to. But I don't see a good time to me to start recording right now.
If you want to record Scud, by all means. Ask Nate, is he going live? He's trying, but he's failing stupendously at the moment.
We've been trying for like 30 minutes now.
Nate's just not tech savvy. I think we knew this already.
No, I'm not live view savvy. Live view is
You're just
stupid.
not tech savvy. And on the other hand, the cell that's moving towards your house, Nate, is actually kind of gaining a little bit of structure.
Well, it's because it's in lapse rates of 7s and 7.5s.
It also actually has 1,000 cape. That's funny. Alright, let's drop back up north here. Let's see what we got going on here. And it looks like there may actually be a bookend vortex forming near Susquehanna Depot, folks. So it does look like this Boeing segment is trying to produce a little bit of a tornadic mesovortex. Maybe in the Susquehanna Depot region, south and east of Conklin, okay? So this is going to be this is going to be east of I-81, pushing off towards the north and east, pushing off towards Walton, New York. All right, this is about to cross the New York state border. So if you are in that area, I would highly advise that you're monitoring the skies and seeking a sturdy shelter. Because regardless of whether or not there's a tornado going on with this, there's a lot of strong damaging winds with this and a lot of rain. You're seeing KDP values in the 8s. So you're really not going to be able to see much. There's a lot of rain. Visibility is going to plummet in this general vicinity. Also, second Boeing segment in the Dew Shore area down to about Benton. All right, this is north of 80. This is heading off towards the Wilkes-Barre region. Maybe even a little bit north of that, down up by Harvey's Lake and Tunkhannock. So if you guys are up there, I would also highly advise you guys seek a sturdy structure. 70 miles per hour wind gusts is the main threat with that.
Now turning northwest on 550.
My name is Nate, and I don't know how to storm chase.
What do I see? Because I'll be able to see a lot. Ooh, a lot of scud.
Oh, congratulations.
That's depressing.
Plain and simple. It says it like that.
Ooh, a lot of scud. A lot of scud.
15,000 feet echo tops, so congratulations. I hope you feel accomplished.
Hey, I'm getting this surface-based cell right here. I'm smacking it.
You're going to have to wait a while if you actually want it to come to fruition, and by the time it comes to fruition, it may merge with the line. You might have to chase it all the way up to Lebanon for it to do something. So
That's fine. I don't really care.
another mini Boeing segment that seems to be forming that's going to impact the Greencastle vicinity. So that's one thing I am noticing.
This is a kind of chase that I'm doing that's kind of warming me up for the season. I'm trying to test out all my streaming stuff.
Yeah,
see if
that's
it
going
works.
well, evidently.
Yeah, clearly. Holy sh! Whoa, 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 whoa! Big view! Holy crap! Big lowering, massive wall cloud.
Why are you
If
lying?
that is a wall cloud. Whoa! Where did this thing come from?
Are you going to, like, show us a shot of it so we can actually prove that you're not lying? Or...
Dude, I wish. Let's see if I can get a picture. Hold up. Twist of fate.
Severe warnings
Staff
are possible. And it's that one.
So, folks, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on
There
Nate
you go.
to...
I'm sending staff VC text chat. Staff VC text chat. That's not a good picture, but it's a picture. Let's see if I can get another view here in a second.
That's not
No,
helpful.
it's just trust me. Trust me.
Wait, Morgan, let me see it.
That's not helpful either. God, Jesus. Oh, that might be helpful. The second one.
The second one?
Or the third pick. God, Jesus. And then I need to take a second. Whenever I get there, it'll happen. It'll happen.
No,
Trust
it won't.
me.
I really doubt
I think
that.
at the top of this hill, I think I might get a view.
You would have been better off staying at home. That's all I'm going to say.
Shut up. I'm trying to get experience.
Reminder, folks, that Nate and I are going to be chasing sometime in the next future. So there's that. I'm hoping he's actually half decent by the time we chase together. Let's drop back up here. I definitely think there could
it
have.
is. All right, got it for you.
Definitely think there could have been something at some point, but no longer. It's a lot of rain. That is a lot of rain.
There you go. Sent the picture.
That's weird. That's really weird. Okay, this is what Nate has. Maybe a little bit of a tail on this side going out towards the right of the screen. Definitely have a lowering here.
Oh.
I don't know if that's really a wall per se, because that looks almost separated from the rest of the base. It's either a shelf or it's a really loosely hanging wall about to die. So that's something to, I guess that's something interesting to take note of.
I need to find a road here. Is there a road?
Aren't you driving on a
I can
road?
turn off. Obviously.
So this is the cell that he's on, folks. You can see it has maybe the weakest rotation I've ever seen since the last New Jersey severe thunderstorm warning. As this pushes off towards Thurmont and Emmitsburg, maybe we'll have the chance to produce some stuff. Maybe. Could be hard pressed. But
I'm gonna get on a
weird
road
stuff
here,
can
so I'll be
happen.
able to see the base. I do see the base here. I'm gonna get my 4K camera out and start recording here in a bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of stuff that's actually going on here. Maybe a bit. There's also a few embedded rotations. Actually, one that may actually get a tornado warning here near Del Rey. Pushing off towards the border of Virginia and West Virginia. So that's definitely something to watch. That's been prominent for a few frames. That might actually get a tornado warning here soon. Actually has echo tops of 33,000 feet, so I wouldn't be surprised. What if Nate chased an outbreak? Yeah, well.
Probably not gonna happen.
My chat's saying that was probably Scud.
Could be.
And Slippy said you'd have a heart attack for a small brief rope.
I probably would.
So yeah, folks, that's Nate. He's our chaser. He definitely doesn't have a channel that's 30 times the size of mine. But he's out in the field today. And doing his own thing. I still really want to say that this might be a bookend vortex, especially because of the structure you guys can see wrapping around right up in Susquehanna Depot here. But there really isn't the velocities to support it, nor the spectrum width. So I'm not really going to say that there is really the potential for that at the moment. Although there may be a potential with a few cells to the north of that. There's also a bunch of cells forming to the west of Syracuse. So that's also something to bear in mind. So folks, as this starts to continue to get farther and farther widespread, you got to continue to spread this information with friends and family on social media so that they stay up to date with everything that's going on, in case there actually is something that goes on here. Suppose Nate's not going to do that, so I'm going to close that, come back here, come over here.
See, so I'm what, near Woodsboro, north and west of Woodsboro? Is that where I'm at?
I can check your spotter tag.
Oh, I'm in Kragerstown.
Your spotter tag hasn't updated in a while. Actually, are you south of Woodsboro?
I'm north and west now.
Your spotter tag hasn't updated in a while then. As a train bears down on my general vicinity. So bear with me, chat. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's great.
I can hear it.
Ow. It's not 30
just
times
send
bigger, it's
pictures to National Weather
30.6 times
Service.
bigger. That get better. Yeah, I'm trying. You know, push to 1K, lol. Trying
Here,
here.
Mason, try it one more time.
Try it one more time.
Nate,
Yeah.
you're kicking a dead horse.
It still ain't going.
Nate, you're kicking a dead horse.
More than likely.
Still ain't going.
Trains, yeah, thanks, Krista. Appreciate it. Yeah, Nate, it really isn't going. You're having a little bit of a moment there, it seems. I think the scheduled stream actually died, too. Oh, no, it's there, actually. You're 25 minutes late to your own stream, Nate.
Morgan, I don't think he heard you.
Did you hear what I said, Nate, or not?
Heard what you said that what?
You're 25 minutes late to your own stream.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Classic Pennsylvania fashion. Can't be on time to anything. Actually, it looks like from State College radar, there may be a small rotation starting to form just to the south and west of Chambersburg. That'd be along United States Route 30. So there may actually be something that's starting to go up by there. Switch back over here to this radar. And yeah, maybe a little bit, just south of Fort Loudon. So if you guys are in the Chambersburg area, I'd maybe watch out. There may be a possible thunderstorm that moves on through that may have the potential to produce a brief tornado. Let's drop back to State College here. This is all so messy. I really can't make out any distinct thing that's kind of going on with this. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. No, I didn't want Sterling. I wanted Binghamton. Okay. Ooh, maybe a little bit starting to jut on the eastern flank, the easternmost side of this. That's really strange. And amongst other things, actually, yeah, this really wants to try by Susquehanna Depot, but it's just not getting itself together. Has, like, no cape. So like I said, folks, a lot of strong damaging winds are going to be going on with this throughout most of the day, but I really don't foresee too much tornadic activity. Don't see too much. More train incoming. Greedy you too. Nate should have stayed home. Yeah, he should have. It's squall line. It's mostly the same down by you, too, so. Oh my god, okay. You know what?
Short intermission.
I hate this town!
Just go out there, scream at the train, tell it to shut up.
No, my voice is dead. I can't scream. Is it CSX? No, it's not. It's New Jersey Transit, because I live in New Jersey, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe up by Hancock, you guys might have to watch out. Eric Creighton's actually on this, so I may look through Twitter.
All right, so after further review, the original wall cloud or whatever shelf or whatever scud, that has dissipated. It looks like there's a new one developing off to the north of it. So I'm going to try and follow that. Keyword try. But yeah, it does look like there's a new area to watch that is trying to congeal a little bit more. I'm gonna look at radar here.
So y'all, I'm gonna translate after further review. I don't know how to storm chase. That is what Nate just said right there, and it is definitely looking like that is the case. We take a look back down here. We take a look back down here. You can see he's chasing a storm that is probably even more disorganized than the stuff that's actually heading toward his town.
Look at that ZDR. Look at that ZDR. Oh boy.
Oh.
That popped up in the most recent scan, but I suppose that is a thing.
That is what I'm looking at right now.
Okay, that's not. I was about to say no and no. This is actually a fairly well-defined structure, folks. So this storm heading up towards deposit may actually be doing itself. It may actually be doing pretty well for itself.
Hey Morgan, you want to see what this cell looks like right now?
What?
I'll put it in staff VC text. There you go. I just sent it.
Folks, this is what Nate's getting his high hopes about. I mean, your base is here. A little bit of a lowering here. Kind of looks like the storms that I saw when it was 50 degrees the other day.
More than likely. Let's see. I need
a little
to
bit
find
of a lowering
place.
here. Maybe a bit of a whale's mouth, which is kind of funny. Yeah. So.
Need to head off over here. All right, I'm back on the road again. That's a really... It's starting to get lower. What? How does this make any sense, Morgan? It's getting lower. I'm going. I'm following up behind it. I'll tell you what's happening. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I guess I'll drop back down to what you're looking at here. I'm just gonna kind of go all over until we really get something to really focus on here. Because there's nothing really tornado warned at the moment.
He said Yankee Alley Storm Chasing 101 by Nate Snyder.
Yes. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Martinsburg and Winchester for that possible rotation by Cape and Bridge. So that is something to bear in mind if you guys are in the Winchester and Martinsburg vicinity down along I-81. You should be probably taking your proper precautions because this actually does look fairly impressive, if I do have to say.
So Moorfield.
So yeah, a lot going on there.
Looks like it's starting to precipitate a lot more around where the said lowering would be. Is it funny that this actually looks like an actual weaker supercell?
Nate, you're driving in the middle of nowhere, you idiot. Are you looking at Emmetsburg, or are you looking at Waynesboro?
I'm probably whichever one is north, whichever one I'm seeing.
Directly north of you, that looks like a windy shower. Gonna be perfectly honest, whatever's directly north of you looks like a windy shower at the moment. Yeah, the only real thing that's actually kind of intriguing me right now is this severe thunderstorm warning out in West Virginia, going into Virginia at the moment. Or rather going to, Virginia going into West Virginia going into Virginia going into Maryland at the moment.
Which part of Maryland?
I said Martinsburg and also Winchester, Virginia. So along 81.
That's not Maryland.
It's gonna be approaching. It's gonna be approaching south of Hagerstown in a while, but not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, in that general area. Okay.
Yeah, Boonesboro.
What's that cell in Waynesboro doing over there?
Cell up in Waynesboro
Yeah.
is actually not really as good as the one you're on right now, but that's at the same time not saying a whole lot. So, the two storms look like they're splitting, and they're moving very quickly. So if you really want to keep pace with either one of them, you got to get on a United States route and blast towards Gettysburg.
Oh no, I'm fine. Trust me, I'm on a good road right now.
What
I'm not on
are
15.
you?
I'm going northeast and paralleling.
Maryland Alley chasing? Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, folks, this is Nate. He is chasing this stuff, because he can't get his own stream to work. Nate, I'm telling your chat that, you're on my stream, so I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Ooh. A little bit of a couplet up by Deposit, again, with this storm that's moving up towards the, that's actually crossing over State Route 17 at the moment. So maybe something to worry about with that as it heads off towards, Otago and Winota, west of Walton. So bear that in mind. Missed a chance to bike toward a tornado-warned storm today. Don't pull an Andrew, please. Not really necessary to do so, if I had to be honest. Can confirm these storms are moving fast. I live in Maryland, and clouds here are moving. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm in New Jersey, and I really can't tell which way the clouds are moving because A, I'm wearing glasses, and B, it's really hard to tell because it's all gray.
Yeah, I'm on the Emmitsburg cell. I'm just south of it by about a mile or two. I think my spotter network is about to update here. I'm actually due east of Thurmont right now. I'm due east of Thurmont.
So it's probably somewhere here, folks. Probably somewhere in here. The cell's right here. He's really just trying to... Are you committing to the cell, Nate? Can I ask that? Are you committing to...
I'm not fully committing. I'm just following up until I don't want to anymore.
Because honestly, if you want a chance at a real storm, once you get to Gettysburg, you could go west on 30 and probably intercept the cell by Mercersburg. Probably has pretty good structure at the moment. This is not Nate. Yeah, it is. Like, I can confirm. Here, let's do this. Let's do...
Yo.
Let's do this. I'm going to pop it out. And if we look at this, Nate Pliskin, that's his staff chat name and his, that's his server name, rather, in his server. So it is the real Nate Snyder, which he should now change his, Twitter handle to, @TheRealNateSnyder. Because apparently...
That seems legit.
Because apparently there can be there isn't a legit Nate Snyder in this call right now. The sellout by Gore actually looks pretty good. I don't really know what exactly is holding it back per se. There's 1,000k, but not a little less than 200 helicity, which may be what's doing it. It's a little bit broad, but it has some updraft characteristics as well. So we're gonna have to watch this out. I'm actually gonna take a 3D here down by Gore, see if there's really anything going on of significance. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot, I'm going to be honest. Really not too much going on with this. It's reaching 30,000 feet, but only barely. Take a look at lit volume. It's not a fairly well held together storm. But still will be able to be capable of producing some downbursting winds. Because actually, I wanted to check. That's actually one of the main things that I wanted to look at here. Surface obs. I want to look at the Vort Max and see where that's at. Vort. 700, 400 differential Vort advection. Yeah, the max is right over eastern Pennsylvania right now, where all these storms are going to be progressing. So, whole lot of gusty winds that are really going to be moving on through. Particularly as this line gets closer and closer to the, to the Pennsylvania-Jersey border. That's what I meant to say. As the storms continue to progress east, the Fort Max is going to catch up with it and probably end up producing some very strong wind gusts. And that's why the severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect for eastern Pennsylvania is 90-20 for damaging winds in terms of probabilities.
The Emmetsburg cell, which is now crossing over the border now, this one still has a lot of heavy rain. That's pretty much it from what I can tell. The southern side is kind of meh. So, although it does kind of look like it is trying to, jut out a little bit on the southern side. I see some rain trying to wrap around. But
yeah, and I can see what you're talking about, but it's very minimal. Very minimal. Jeez, this is just not materializing. A lot of strong damaging winds that are moving through this area now of southern New York. So the area deposit south of Sydney, and another Boeing segment is behind it near Tunkhannock at the moment. So if you're in Staruka, areas north and east, a lot of heavy rain that's moving now through your general area, as indicated by the KDP, which indicates the amount of rain that is in the storms. Blakely and areas along United States Route 6 may need to be very wary of the storm that's heading towards them, because there's KDP values of 9.4 degrees per kilometer. That's a lot of rain, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of rain.
Morgan, if you're on the radar, you're looking at the environmental factors right now. All right, which area would probably be best for me to go towards in general?
You're not going to catch the storms up to the north and east, up to the north and west of you right now. If I had
I can if I go to York. That's the only thing.
Do you want to go that far east?
I don't care. I just want to try and find the best position for myself to, find something.
Well, there's a rotating storm near Winchester, Virginia at the moment, and that's what I was mentioning that earlier. But it's an embedded line thing, and doesn't really have enough helicity to get it going. Let me actually take a look here at GR Earth for a sec, see really what we have going on here.
Hey, Nate, I'm gonna get off the voice chat. Do you still need me to help you with the live stream or no?
You should be good.
Okay. If you need anything, just DM me, then I'll try and help out.
Yeah.
Alright, talk to y'all later.
Deuces.
Let me look at the models here real quickly.
The 850 millibar jet is actually getting pretty strong up by York, and even in Lancaster and stuff like that. I must also say, the surface-based Cape Plume is having difficulty really getting past York from an east to west standpoint, so that may be the end of really anything structural-wise that you may want to get. MU Cape, that's kind of a waste. ML Cape, there's actually a good amount of ML. Okay, so the helicity is actually a lot better out in areas like York. Helicity's in the 250s.
I'm looking at the HRRR, just to see what type of ideas these thunderstorms could be pushing on through, and I see a really interesting helicity track that takes it straight through Frederick County, Maryland, all the way up into like areas near York County and stuff like that. So that's really interesting. I just got a really nice picture here from the family back at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me that. It's in Staff VC.
You should have stayed home.
That's a shelf. That's a shelf right there.
That is 100% a shelf. Let's take a look at chat here. Hour north of Philly. Stream not working yet.
Actually,
I appreciate that.
Could be, Morgan.
What?
You know what that could be? I don't think that's a shelf.
What do you think it is then? It's not a wall. Know that much.
Look at the storm in itself, north of Greencastle. Look at ZDR.
That's weird. That's okay, first off, that's a lot of rain. Yeah, it's that's 7 degrees per kilometer.
Should I head off north in general? Should I just go north?
Go north and get to Gettysburg and then decide from there.
Okay.
Although, as I say that, the storm in Winchester may be starting to gain a little bit more characteristics, but that's also a really hard sell.
I can easily drop down south.
That's a hard sell, and it's really not going to be coming to you for a while, so I would just not bother.
I can easily drop south if I have to.
Okay.
So.
My perspective on it is if you get to Gettysburg and eventually decide to go to York, you have 4 directions you can go. If you want to go south, you can easily go south on the interstate on 83. You get an area like Whitehall or something like that. Westminster, maybe.
I can even take a peek at this Emmitsburg cell still.
Alright, folks. A lot of damaging winds that are currently starting to shift on through northern Pennsylvania.
Are you serious?
What is it doing?
It's got another lowering.
Oh, new tornado warning.
Tornado warning for North Central Nash County in central North Carolina, northwestern Halifax County in central North Carolina.
So there is actually a tornado warning now. Let's drop down here. This is in North Carolina. This is actually going to be going through Roanoke Rapids, I believe. It's either going to be going through that or it's going to be going south. Let's take a look here. It is south. But it is heading up towards the Roanoke Rapids and Weldon vicinity.
Woo! Oh yeah, there's a lowering over there in that cell.
Let's take a look here.
Emmitsburg has a lowering.
That's funny because it's actually getting worse. Maybe a little bit of a lowering, yeah. Oh, I see what they're talking about. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty strong sell. That is a pretty strong sell. It's going to be heading up towards the Interstate 95 corridor, up towards Roanoke Rapids. So, like the thing said, tornado warning for Halifax and Nash counties. This is going to be in effect until the top of the hour. This is going to be going east of Hollister, along State Route 561. So if you guys happen to reside in the areas east of west of Enfield, east of Hollister, southwest of Halifax, you guys need to be taking your proper precautions. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. When is Nate going live? He's not. He gave up.
Yeah, there is a lowering. There is a lowering on that cell.
Why no stream? Because he couldn't get his thing working. Oh, the velocities de-alias. That's nice. So the velocities have literally cut out. This is a very surface-based storm here that's going to be pushing off. I wouldn't be surprised if it produces very soon. I would not be surprised at all.
I repeat, it has a horseshoe.
What is your... No way. It's about to merge with everything, with all the other crap that's up by, It's about to merge with all the other crap that's up by Gettysburg.
Oh my... Hold up. I need to pull aside here. I need to take a picture of this.
And drag this to the side here. So yeah, I can definitely see where they're getting the strong tornadic rotation from. Definitely can see it. This is a sort of cell like the one that we saw in central Alabama last night, the one that produced the violent tornado. Although this is definitely not going to produce a violent tornado, I don't think. Although it will have the potential, it does have the potential right now to produce a tornado, like I said. So if you guys are in the areas east of Hollister, you should be taking to your safe spaces right now, underground or lowest innermost part of your building.
Stop VC text.
That ain't much, but it's something. It's a nice house in the photo, I must say.
I know, right?
So this is the photo that Nate's got. You guys can see the base here with the house. A little bit of a lowering here extending out. A little bit more of a scuddy base down here as well. So he has a thunderstorm. I know that much. So that's cool. But
Thanks, Morgan.
you're welcome. Not really a whole lot of mounting to it right now.
Do I want to just keep paralleling this storm, the little cell that could?
Until you get to that vicinity, yeah. Until you get to Gettysburg.
And then I'll go east on whatever road
He sounds
that
like he's
is.
speaking into a toilet bowl because he's on his phone. So,
I am a toilet bowl.
I mean, that's also cool.
I'm calling both games.
Until you're not.
Oh, that's gotta be like a high school. Dude, is there like some sort of university at Thurmont or something like that?
You'll have to give me a sec to look at that.
There's like a bunch of churches, a bunch of cool buildings, a bunch of cool stuff. Some cool stuff over there. Cool stuff.
Let's take a look. Your cells have a no, that's never mind. You have your house is a special weather statement.
That's nice.
Thurmont does look like a bit of a college town, I must admit. It doesn't look like there's a college, but it's definitely it's a place of civilization for sure.
All right, heading north on 15. I'm paralleling.
Oh, that is a lot of inflow, folks. A lot of lower correlation coefficient values on the southern flank of the storm. So that's going to continue pushing off towards the north and east. A little bit weaker than it was on previous scans, but that doesn't mean that it cannot produce. Although spectrum width really isn't much of anything.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff on my right-hand side that I see right now. That is really low to the ground, Morgan.
I don't see what you're seeing. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the area of Chambersburg and Greencastle, as well as Shippensburg, Walnut Bottom, and Carlisle, so that's something to bear in mind with that segment that's now pushing off towards the north and east. Tornado possible tag with a 60 miles per hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. Sorry, nickel-sized hail, actually. So that's something that you should note if you guys are up in that general area. That there is that starting to move on. Maybe a few rotations are actually starting to develop in the State College radar. So I'm going to take a look at that right now. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a few mesovortices that are starting to form. Can you check New York? Yeah, sure, why not?
I am now in Pennsylvania.
Congratulations. A lot of gusty winds from what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is broad. This is very broad. This is no longer really tornadic. Maybe a bookend vortex actually trying to form near Dalton.
Jeez!
gonna look really low if that's the case because you're looking at the behind of it. So, not only are you looking at the backside, but you're looking at rain.
That isn't rain, Chief. You can see all the way through. That right there is a lowering of some sort, whether it's scud or a wall, I don't know. I'm not looking at radar.
It's probably scud, but I will look. New tornado warning.
Tornado warning for
It's in
southeastern
Pennsylvania.
Susquehanna County in northeastern Pennsylvania, northern Lackawanna County in
Oh, it's
northeastern Pennsylvania.
oh, that is
West Central
that's
Wayne
Scranton.
County in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's for the bookend vortex that I was mentioning that is trying to form. Has a lot of spectrum with now that's moving through Dalton. So once this loads, we'll really start to get into the nitty-gritty of it all. But yeah, you can definitely see the couplet that is actually forming right there near Dalton.
I'm looking up the backside, and I can see the updraft here. There actually is a pretty decent updraft with this storm. It's not like the, textbook per se. It's still ugly, but...
Something, I guess. Yeah, there's the tornado warning just north of Scranton and for the Carbondale, Forest City, Uniondale, Waymart areas. So, tornado warning for Lackawanna, Susquehanna, and Wayne counties. That will be in effect until 6:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So this is pushing off towards the north and east, towards the Archibald, Mayfield, Carbondale, Forest City, Waymart, Uniondale, Prompton, and Pleasant Mound areas. If you guys are in any of those locations that I just listed or near them, possibly along United States Route 6, State Route 106, State Route 171, Lackawanna Valley Independent Highway, you guys need to be taking your proper precautions. Like I said, underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the potential tornado as you can. I don't have a new scan, so I'm kind of waiting here for something to really show. But let's drop back down here to Raleigh. And you guys can definitely see there is still a little bit of rotation going on with this. Nothing really indicated by correlation coefficient that there is a tornado on the ground, but this is still headed off towards the Weldon and Halifax areas. So if you guys are in those areas, I would continue to be watching this. Take your proper precautions. Folks, we need to spread this information with as many people as we can, all right? There's a lot of stuff that really is starting to come up across the board here. Really starting to become a little bit more widespread here. We have a tornado warning down in the Carolinas. We have a tornado warning up in Pennsylvania, and widespread damaging winds also in Pennsylvania. So it's really important that we are spreading this information with people that might need it.
Hey, Morgan.
What?
Is there a cell north of Gettysburg, and if so, what is it doing?
Is there a cell north of Gettysburg? If so, what is it doing? Yes, there is, and it's trying to be a clockwise, trying to have a clockwise rotation.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm on the southern end of the horseshoe right now. Southern end of the horseshoe.
Martinsburg, I would possibly be taking your proper precautions. Big spectrum with lowering on this storm. It's heading up towards you guys. If you do happen to reside up there, I would possibly think about taking your safe spaces. Not too much rotation present, but it's pretty decent in the upper levels. It's enough. That's the main thing that matters when it comes to tornado development. So if you guys are in those areas, I would highly advise you guys do start to take your proper precautions and getting into your safe spaces.
Yeah, if you're near Martinsburg, if you're near the prison, if you're north of the prison or the jail over there, the county jail, as well as areas further east on 9, you need to go ahead and start taking your proper precautions if you haven't already.
Let's drop back to the Scranton storm. Take a look at what that thing's doing. It looks like it has weakened substantially on the last frame, which is the good news. However, it does look like there may be another rotation that is starting to form near Uniondale. So I would bear that in mind as well. Regardless of whether or not there's a tornado, there's a whole lot of gusty damaging winds that is currently going on through from Wilkes-Barre all the way up to Susquehanna Depot. What?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but look near Hanover, Pennsylvania, which is right near where I'm at, and look at the velocities.
Hanover?
Yeah, which is just to the east of Gettysburg.
I'm either stupid or Hanover's a really small town.
Hanover is it's east of Gettysburg.
Okay. Well, eh. I mean, oh, I'm looking at the wrong radar. Crap. That's maybe the problem. Let's do this.
Probably be easier if you're on Sterling.
No, not really. Not really. It's really, really disorganized.
Oh, I know, but it's there.
It's kind of there.
I'm about to turn on to 30 in about 5 minutes.
Okay. So in the meantime, as all as this goes on, let's drop back up north.
Oh yeah, Morgan, did you hear what I said on Zillow?
I did not.
At like 2:30, I went to go get gas at this
Oh
place
yeah,
that I
that
knew
I
was
saw.
really cheap.
That I saw.
That was pretty funny. Saw people fighting over it.
Pennsylvania seems legit.
It actually was
or
in Maryland.
Actually, same place. Doesn't matter. Yeah, rotation is very weak at this point, so that's good. A lot of strong damaging winds will continue, though, south of Susquehanna Depot between that and Wilkes-Barre. So that's going to continue to push off further to the north. Folks, the storm line is starting to approach the areas of Harrisburg, the areas of Pottsville, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton. So, if you guys are in those areas, I would advise really starting to stay a little bit more weather aware than maybe you're, and maybe you actually are right now.
Approaching 30 right now, about a mile.
If you're in the prison, though. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, if you're in the prison, you're already in the bookmark.
Yeah. Let's drop back south here. Yeah, the cell went weak. Which is good news again. Heading up towards Roanoke Rapids. Roanoke Rapids ain't small. So that's
on 30 right now, going east.
That's the good news that you want to hear out of this.
Jeez, I'm on the backside of this thing, and it just looks amazing. But yeah, heading east on 30.
Your home's about to get slapped.
By strong damaging winds. I'm seeing two sides of the coin.
Eh.
Jeez! Dude, this whale's mouth is really low to the ground. Like the condensation, there must be one heck of a shelf cloud out in front. Otherwise, there's got to be something a little bit more that I'm not seeing. I am on the backside, so a little bit more rain is here, but
Weather Channel has a CC on the PA tornado warning. Yeah, I don't see it. I really don't. That's not. It's just not.
Did the Weather Channel call that?
Huh?
Did the Weather Channel say that?
Yeah.
That's two social media services that called a fake CC.
Yeah, my name is the Weather Channel, and I'm not doing this correctly. Solo spectrum width with this storm possibly indicating a shelf cloud heading up towards Vandaling and Forest City. North of Carbondale possibly as well.
How did you not find out where Hanover, Pennsylvania is? Hanover actually is a girthy town. A few thousand.
Oh, I'm blind.
Actually, more than that.
Dang it. Yeah, I'm stupidly blind. It was so obvious that I missed it.
I was about to say, what are you doing over there, Morgan?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There's a really strong ZDR on this cell. Tells me that the updraft that I'm seeing right in front of me is an updraft.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Drop back here, see what this is doing. That seems to have weakened, so I'm glad I didn't send you south. I would have sent you into crap.
I'd say in about, 5 minutes I'll be able to get out of this tree area that's surrounding the road, and I'll be able to look around, see what's going on, give you an update then.
Alright. Yeah, folks, we gotta continue to spread this information with as many people as possible, alright? So this is in the east, this is up and down the east coast. The tornado warning for North Carolina has expired for what it's worth. This is up and down the east coast from the Carolinas all the way up into the northeast right now. We do have a tornado warning for areas north of Scranton. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings basically lining the, basically lining the I-81 corridor, from areas east of Binghamton all the way down into Hagerstown. Actually down into Martinsburg, rather, excuse me. So that's pretty widespread right now. Pretty widespread. And this is going to continue to push off for the rest of the evening. There are severe thunderstorm watches that are in effect. There's a severe thunderstorm warning for where you just were, Nate. Emmitsburg and Thurmont, south of Hagerstown.
Sounds about right. Just to think that in Schuylkill County in Pennsylvania, that's where the big car wreck was. And so now, along I-81 in that same spot, they're in.
Yeah, now they're in a severe thunderstorm warning
storms.
for 60 miles per hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. So that just puts it into perspective the kind of wacky weather that the Northeast has had over the past few days. Transition from 30-degree temperatures from the beginning of this weekend. Today was 70-something here. So.
Okay.
No, that ain't much.
I'm looking off to the north right now. I see I see like a really weird cloud. I'm going to assume that's Scud. But it's like really weird because it looks like it's like one giant little rectangle that's extending down. But it doesn't have like any sort of supporting areas to where I would say that's like a wall cloud.
None of the storms that you're on have support at the moment. They're all asking for your financial support.
Except for the one that has the high ZDR.
High is subjective. I'm seeing like 3 or 4, something like that.
That's not bad at all. That's larger than the ones that we had yesterday.
Actually, the cells that you're on are like 2 or 3, actually. Which is still not terrible. But the cells up by Chambersburg have like 4 or 5. And there may be a, something may be trying to form near Greencastle, folks. And I'm not really going to jump the gun and say it's going to be imminent. But that structure may be starting to support a, possible tornado in the future. That'd be up towards the York Springs vicinity. Drop back north. And don't look like much. I will say that it looks like it may be trying to start to rotate more combined than inflow and then just other crap. So that's something
You
to
know what
note.
this could
What
be?
is that?
Oh, I'm getting a good view off to my north here. Getting a good view off to my north. I'll be able to tell you what I'm looking at. So I'm getting a really good view. I'm about to get back under the giant horseshoe or whatever this thing is.
Gosh, it just hit my mic.
Oh, is that? Is that? First off, I can see greenage in the cloud. I mean, like kind of the slight tint of green. So that's kind of funny. It's not like a super turquoise green. No, it's just like, you know, a slight bit. Second off, I don't know if that is or not. That kind of looks like a lowering to me. I'm staying on 30 here. I'm going to keep going. I might actually head north near East Berlin. Not sure. And then there's a road that goes east-west there.
It's 234 you're looking at.
More than likely. Yeah, 234. But man, that is a lot of stuff. This is some sketchy scud right here, man. This is like actual scud. And it's super funny because I've never seen scud like this. Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Look at 20Z NATO cast. Oh no. Okay, first off, I think the time has come for State College to consider the following a little bit. I'm probably...
Bro, this scud is so weird. I don't know why this scud is like this, but it is.
We're gonna bring that here.
I'm heading through the town of New Oxford as we speak.
Okay.
And the first thing I see is a funeral home. There it is.
That's great. Check new NATO cast. Oh no.
Da, 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 da.
Excuse me.
What do you mean, excuse you?
I mean, there's a NATO cast is a 5% out for those areas east of Harrisburg.
Hey, there's a roundabout here. Should I go around just as the ritual?
Oh my
Cause a
gosh.
disturbance in the atmosphere?
I don't like
Create
you.
tornadoes? We didn't see these tornadoes until they put those traffic circles, because you want to know why? When people go round and round on traffic circles, it causes a disturbance in the atmosphere, which causes tornadoes.
I don't like you.
Jeez. Bro, this scud is sketch. This scud is really sketch, and I don't know why. It's just like, this doesn't make any sense. I think this might be an outflow boundary, I'm not gonna lie. Now that I think about it a little bit more. All right, starting to encounter a little bit more rain. Jeez, that lowering on the left-hand side is really low. I'm like right next to it, Morgan.
Stand with my firm belief that it is Scud, but
I don't know, Morgan. The mini supercell. Look at reflectivity.
are you talking about towards Abbottstown?
Yeah. Look at it.
Meh.
It's not gonna do anything, but look at it. I'm looking at it right now, and I don't see all too much. I see a lot of Scud. That's the one thing I see. I see a crap ton of Scud. I see absurd amounts of Scud. This is some not bad footage, though. I'm gonna have to pause it and then put a new battery in, though. All right, there you go. I just put the new battery in. I'm back to recording it. Are you alive, Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just want to make sure. I don't know what the service is like out here. Really don't.
Can't imagine it's all that great. I really can't.
All I gotta say is, mini cell do be doing things. Oh, I'm in a giant farm. I'm looking around. And okay. So there's a big horseshoe here. I see massive updraft on the backside. And I think all the way on the left side here, what I'm looking at is potentially a wall, but it's like really far off on the northern side. This is a weird looking cell, I'll tell you that. This is super weird looking.
Anything for DC, possibly in an hour or two, yeah.
These cells are freaking weird. I'm about to go under the southern flank. About to go under the southern flank.
Yes, it is. And he's kind of having a moment.
Dude, chasing is so much fun. It's great. About to go right under the southern flank. Yeah, that's a massive updraft on the left-hand side that I'm looking at. Does my backup camera have an SD card in it? I'm going to press X to doubt. No, it does not. Okay, so I can't record with that.
My name is Nate, and I don't have enough SD cards.
Actually, I just bought 6 256 gigabyte SD cards. I just bought 6 of them. Now, they're coming in the mail. They'll be here tomorrow. But tomorrow's not today, and therefore...
RIP.
I don't know. I also got to figure out this live view situation by the time, you know, the end of spring comes around.
Nate was chasing today. Morgan was doing analysis. I'm here for it. I mean, I didn't even think I was going to do analysis until I got home this afternoon.
Another roundabout. cause a disturbance in the atmosphere which causes tornadoes.
Folks, the tornado warning has been canceled for that area near Scranton. So the tornadic threat has diminished substantially if you guys are up in those areas.
Just went through Abbottstown. Decided to keep going on 30.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to see how long I stream.
All right, I'm under the sketchy cloud. I'm under the sketchy scud. And according to my analysis, it is no more than scud.
According to my analysis, the thing died because it's about to merge with the line.
Maybe it's about to merge with the line.
All the crap that you're around is starting to get brought in. Because there's a
I'm
northern...
north of Hanover.
I know, there's a northern flank of this line that kind of jutted out.
Oh, what is that? What is that on my left? Now, what is that? What is that? Bro, this is the weirdest looking storm. Yeah, that's a lowering over on the left-hand side, but it's a weird one. Right now, I'm kind of in like a really good position to where I'm not getting a lot of rain, but I am getting rain, and I'm watching the storms up north. So this is actually a the radar is de-aliased. I repeat, the radar is de-aliased. I can't see crap now. We are now getting into the radar hole. Also, I want to mention the temperature has dropped significantly. Temperature is like 64.
Probably because it rained.
Yeah.
Damage report out of Chambersburg. Tree into a house at 436 Philadelphia Avenue. So that's in the center of town.
Yeah. So tree in a house?
Yes, tree fell in.
There's like no trees in Chambersburg. What the hell?
It's funny. News for thunderstorm warning has been issued for areas like Carlisle and Marysville, north of Harrisburg, so that is something to bear in mind with the northern extent of these storms that is continuing to push off. Like I said, north of Harrisburg. So if you guys are in those areas, I would highly advise that you stay weather aware for some 60 miles per hour wind gusts that might move through your general area.
Oh yeah, this appears to be a shelf. This line appears to be one giant shelf. I'm on the opposite side of it, or at least I'm starting to get to it. And this line appears to be a shelf. Gnarly looking shelf too. It's probably the reason why I was like, what in the world are these storms doing? What is this scud? Well, my answer is it's all a shelf.
Okay.
Jeez.
So we're getting a little bit of a break here for a little bit.
I'll try and send you a picture of what I'm looking at here in a second, Morgan.
There's a separate line of storms forming in Watertown, New York. Yeah, that's just kind of a thing.
Because I'm in a decent position. I'm still driving, but I'm in a decent position to actually, like, take a picture and show you what I'm looking at. And you'll actually see what I mean here, too. It's actually a weird makeup right now. Ah, dang it, Hill. Go away. Oh, am I right next to an airport? I am right next to an airport. Oh. Who knew? All right, give me a clearing. Don't fail me now. Trees, I don't like you.
What did they ever do?
There's like this giant farm, right?
Yeah.
And then like the tallest trees in the entire place are right here on my left side.
Yeah, because
And
you
I
need to
can't
cope.
see. These trees need to go away. Approaching the Jackson Township area. Oh, that's better. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I'll see if I can get a better view for you. Just sent one picture.
Yeah, that is a shelf cloud, actually. This is what Nate has, folks. Actually a fairly good shelf here. You can see top to bottom. Maybe a little bit of scud on the back ends, but nothing really of significance.
There you go. Got a really good picture for you, I think.
I think. Nice.
I think. There you go. Just sent.
Yeah, it's a shelf. That's a pretty good shelf. Yeah, let's take a look at this. You can see the base of the storm up here. Kind of outlined in that. Coming around the side. Shelf extending down towards the bottom. And scud off the end of it. Textbook. Very textbook. Maybe not cleanest, but Morgan's like, okay, Nate, whatever. I'm tired. I'm fairly tired, and I have a lot to do tonight after the weather's over.
I think I'm approaching York now.
I can look. Oh, I did not want to do that. Crap. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Nice. Okay. New mesoscale discussion for Tor 88, really? Yeah, there is.
Hey, I'm gonna pass by a couple local Pennsylvania chasers here in a second.
Potential for brief tornado continues through 8 p.m. Eastern. That's for the eastern portions of North Carolina, folks. So yeah, folks, the latest I'll probably stream, regardless of what goes on, is 8. Because I do have stuff to take care of. Snake gonna go live? Probably not. Anything fun or just obligation? Schoolwork.
Wow, it is surprisingly clear out in front of these storms.
You mean out in the
I'm
southeast
kinda-
Pennsylvania area?
Holy sheesh.
Snake going live? New.
All right, going on the Beltway of York, going on 30. So hopefully I'll be able to get some really interesting views. Yeah, up there's the beginning of the shelf here on the camera. Camera's starting to pick it up. Extends all the way down.
The unfortunate thing about this all at this point is that it's kind of in a radar hole, so we really can't tell much of anything about really what's going on around most of these storms. Can barely even pick up this.
Put a radar in Allentown. Do it.
I think they should. Either that or East Stroudsburg.
Oh, there's the shelf on the left-hand side. That actually extends really low. What do you think I should do?
What'd you say?
What do you think I should do? What are you looking at around my area? I could try and chase the shelf.
You're crap shooting if you continue to chase that. Problem is, I don't know what else you'd go for. The only stuff severe warned is up by Harrisburg, and even then, it's pretty meh.
I don't think I'll be able to catch Harrisburg. I don't think I will.
Yeah, I doubt it's not worth your time either.
Can you check thermos out in front of this? See how much cape there is. There's relatively open area out in front of here. It's like a lot of clearing.
Not a lot of
Kinda
surface
surprised.
based. Not a lot of surface based.
How much?
Like 500 max.
Where at?
York and vicinity.
Oh, so right over me. Okay.
Yeah. At about 500 mid level as well.
Where's the helicity at? Storm relative helicity.
The effective storm relative helicity is right over your general vicinity. However, the 1 kilometer storm relative helicity is farther back towards Jersey, actually. That's great. What are you? That's funny. What? Yeah, New York City's actually not in the severe thunderstorm watch. They got excluded.
So should I keep going east? Try to get out in front of this line more? Or should I head north?
It's a crapshoot either way, but I'd go north, probably.
Go north.
Y'all, I'm gonna have to get some food in me in a little bit. So I'm probably gonna step away for a couple minutes. Because I haven't really had anything to eat since lunch. And that is going on. It's actually over 6 hours ago. So I'm kind of starting to die. Maybe the less just severe watch for New York State Metro and Long Island. I doubt. The only reason because of that is because the southward extent really isn't as good, and the actual thermodynamic environment really dies there because of the maritime cooling. Alright, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back in a couple.
You know, if I was telling you I was storm chasing right now, what would you think? Would you think that I'm lying? Would I be telling the truth? You know, what would you do if I told you I was storm chasing right now? Would you think I'm lying? Would you think I'm telling the truth? Maybe a little bit of both? Well,
I'm back up for 2 seconds when my food heats up. And Nate, your crap just got a severe thunderstorm warning.
I know. So what I did, is instead of going north, I'm gonna go across the Susquehanna River and then head north.
Maybe go to Lancaster if you're gonna do that, and then head north.
Well, that's kind of where I'm going. I'm actually heading towards the Mountain Joy area. That's where I'm planning.
Okay.
Little south and east of Elizabethtown. I'll be there in, according to this, 20 minutes.
Um.
You know, US Highway 30 would be a fantastic place to chase if there weren't so many dang hills on the left side. I can
Yeah,
look
I
off
can
to my
imagine.
south. I can look off to my south, and it would tell me like all sorts of things.
I'll be back.
But, like,
Again.
you know, now it's not really telling me all too much. It's just that updraft. That updraft, though. I didn't know we were this low to the water on this bridge. It's insane. There's our storm still. Still bubbling cumulus.
Okay. I have my food. I am finally back.
About to head north now, getting off of 30. Oh, apparently Turkey Hill. Apparently there's a Turkey Hill factory here. Yeah, Turkey Hill factory. Which is kind of funny.
Morgan with the Mets shirt. Yeah. I mean, I might as well pride a good team.
All right, about to try and intercept with that storm again near Elizabethtown. By the way, these tops on this cell right here, I don't know how tall it is, but it's, you know, like a visual looking at it,
19.
probably about 25. Yeah, 20, 25. That's what it looks like to me.
I thought that was an outflow boundary. No, never mind. There's a bunch of new showers that are forming off to your south.
What'd you say, Morgan?
I said there are a bunch of new showers that are forming off to your south.
Which makes a bit of sense.
I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Oh, this is a nice development out here. Huh. This is pretty cool. This thing still has a large shelf cloud. This thing still has a large shelf cloud off to my north. I'm gonna try and intercept it here. Gonna try.
Huh. There's an interesting rotation that's heading off towards the areas east of Thurmont.
Yeah.
Has a bit of spectrum and has a very consolidated rotation. Also something that may be developing along the
always
line.
produces something. currently on Long Lane, heading kind of still a very prolific shelf cloud. And I'm trying to catch up. This actually is a really good place to chase. Holy crap. I'm kind of glad I found this. Because this is like very open over here. I mean, sure, there's like hills and stuff like that, but I bet you as soon as I get on top of this hill, I'm going to have a nice looking view.
I just need Nate's permission on this, and I need you to ask him. So, ask him if it's okay if I could just delete the live stream that me and Nate were planning, we're working on. Just ask him if I could just delete that real quickly.
Yeah, tell him yes.
He said you could.
Thank you.
All right, I'm getting closer to the storm. Getting a lot closer now. Taking a right. We're now going north on Anderson Ferry Road. Going north on Anderson Ferry Road. We're on 772. I don't know what that is.
English?
That's either Scud or that might be a funnel.
Are you looking to your north?
Yeah. Elizabethtown.
There's spectrum width on it. To a fairly significant extent, actually. But no associated rotation that I can see.
Are you looking on College or Sterling?
Sterling. It's kind of in a radar gap.
Yeah, so you probably won't be able to see anything towards the surface anyways, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, that is pretty consolidated. It's about 3 miles to my north. 3-4 miles off to my north. I'm moving northeast at the moment. I'm actually passing the Donegal Junior High School right now. Then I'm actually about to pass the high school here. But it looks to me that there are some really interesting stuff over there. I'm going to keep going. Right now I'm on 772, Pennsylvania 772.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going towards like Mannheim, and then I'm going to go north on 72.
Okay.
Trying to intercept it. But that did look a bit like a funnel to me, potentially.
Oh my god.
Of course, I'm not super close to it, so it's not like I can see it actually rotating. So it could have also been Scud. But Scud doesn't look that consolidated. Fuck off, Google Maps.
Chat, y'all think I should count the amount of times Nate has cursed in my stream today, and pay back for it at some point? I'll join his stream when I'm watching a sports game, and just.
All right, I think I turned left here. Yeah, I turned left. All right, I'm in Mount Joy right now, and I'm about to cross Main Street here. There's actually a train station here. There's actually a train station here in Mount Joy, like a full-fledged train station. I'm not sure if that's, you know, for like Amtrak or whatnot.
Uh-huh.
But that's a really nice looking train station.
What the heck?
What do you mean, what the heck?
Okay, our updraft is kind of dying. But the thing of it is that what you saw might have been a funnel, maybe briefly.
Oh. That's kind of funny. I can't see anything right now. Trees, hills, typical northeastern crap.
Yes, love to see it. Nate's Storm Chase is
Run
now
away.
turning into a vertical Taurus tour. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I've been recording this entire time for the most part, and yeah, it seems like it. Actually, as a matter of fact, for the people who probably would be watching this, if I do make a video, they're probably looking around and saying, all right, so when does he get into the activity again? Because, like, right now, like, I can look straight up. To the left of me, which is to the north, is all dark clouds. To the right of me is like this cotton candy sky color, and it's
Nice.
kind of really funny. It's actually really funny.
Can I make a remark?
Go.
Storms that you're chasing are in between the two Fort Maxes. So that's always good.
That's pretty funny. All right, well, I'm in a giant field right now, so I can go look off to my north. And everything's kind of leveled out a little bit, so nothing I can report right now. Jeez, it's a huge field. It's a really huge field.
Deleted the stream successfully.
Yeah, this is a really huge field.
It's nice. Did I just hear that they finally deleted Nate's stream from 450? Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock right now. That's kind of funny. What the heck did I just see? That is not legit. How did I just see blue? This doesn't make any sense.
More thunderstorm initiation to your south. So even if this cell dies, you could probably get away with just waiting.
I can't see his spotter network thing at all.
Mason. You're blind. Zoom in.
There's a bunch of people over here in Mount Joy right now. Look at all these spotters.
Yeah, there is actually. Oh, Matthew Schreier is over by you.
That's kind of funny.
Daryl Zimmerman, Justin Selig. Hey, he's with Live Storms Media. That's actually kind of fun.
I don't know what he's looking at. If he's staying there in Mount Joy, he ain't gonna see crap because there's nothing over there.
I think
I'm
Selig
moving
and
off the-
I think Selig and Schreier are meeting up because they're right next to each other.
Yeah, that cell off to my north on radar looks like it's kind of died a little
It's
bit.
starting
but
to
then again,
it's starting to consider the following a little bit, I must say.
yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to catch up with that one cell. Actually, I don't think I will.
If you're talking about the cell off to your north, it's moving way faster than you are at the moment.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out just now. Hey, that's selling Harrisburg as lightning. That's kind of funny.
It does.
So I'm considering sitting over here in either in Mannheim or in Sporting Hill.
The fact that I don't have the spotted never place file thing on my my computer. I only have it on my phone for radar scope.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But who cares? Alright, I am turning north at Sporting Hill on this unknown road. But I'm going to try and find an area to just sit and watch. So I'm basically going on top of this hill.
If you want to go a little bit east, you could take a shot at the cells that are firing off to your south.
Are they in a decent environment, or
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
is it better than what we've seen today?
Maybe. Ish, a little bit. I have like 600 cape. New severe thunderstorm warning for the New Bern area in North Carolina, north of Newport. So if you guys are in that area, consider seeking refuge because there's a lot of strong gusty winds with this. Maybe a tornado a little later on. Maybe. Yeah, the cell up to your north is kind of shooting itself.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Man, this is definitely a bust. Okay. It was a 5 Tor. The enhanced was for wind, and there's severe thunderstorm warnings. There have been severe thunderstorm warnings for said wind. So I don't think it really is. I don't think it really qualifies.
All right, I'm pulling over right here.
So yeah, folks, like I said, at the latest, I'll probably go off at 8. At the latest.
Will you and I still VC, or do you have to go?
We can probably still VC. I just have work to do.
Sounds Gucci. All right, sitting on the side of the road, trying to see what I get here.
New severe thunderstorm warning for
There's
Westminster,
anything.
Maryland.
Oh, Westminster. I know where that is.
Actually, there's a slight bit of rotation.
Oh, there's a Sheets over there. There's a Sheets. There's Arby's. I can go to McDonald's if I want to.
Bruh. You have no class.
I sure don't. Supersize me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm in a giant severe thunderstorm warning right now. There's like a rotation over near Taneytown and Littlestown as well.
Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna do is over here at Mannheim. I think I'm gonna eat.
Okay.
Um, and an hour from now, the line will start to approach me, and I'll get my stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Are you giving up on
So
trying to
I think I
progress
should
east
be
with it?
fine. I don't see why I need to unless it's in a better environment.
It's
But
not really.
so I kind of figured as much.
So with that being said, folks, if nothing drastic happens, I'm actually probably going to go off in a couple minutes. Probably around 7:20, 7:25. So I can take care of some stuff personally on my end. Expanded the tornado watch in North Carolina until 10 p.m. That doesn't make any sense. I don't see why they would feel a need to do that.
You're at 945 subscribers? What the heck?
I haven't kept track. All I know is I'm going to try streaming more frequently when
You should stream when I stream, you donut.
that won't bring in too much, I don't think.
If we self-promote our channels, it will work.
Possibly. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go decide what fast food joint I'm gonna get. I don't know what, but I'm going to get him. Go, 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 where they go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
Where are you getting food from?
I don't know. There's an Arby's near there. There's
Arby's
a McDonald's.
is quality fast food.
I know they do. That's why I'm like, we'll see. This is honestly not a bad area to live in. I'm not gonna lie.
What, do you not like your area?
My area is super flat, and then the mountains flex on us and nothing happens. But over here, this actually looks, not artificial. You know what I mean?
Artificial, that's a word.
Artificial is a word.
No, I'm saying in terms of word choice for what you're talking about.
Well, you can tell when subdivision same, and they're supposed to be like a subdivision. This doesn't look like a subdivision, more or less. It looks more natural.
Are you kidding me? Oh, you've got to be serious. There's no way they...
Tornado warning for northeastern Jones County in eastern North Carolina, northwestern Craven County in eastern North Carolina, southwestern Beaufort County in eastern North Carolina, west central Pamlico County in eastern North Carolina.
Okay, we'll see what this thing does. That's a tornado warning, though. That has been issued for North Carolina. This is for Jones, Craven, Beaufort, and Pamlico counties. That will be until 7:45. Depending on how this does in the next few scans, I'll decide whether or not it's worth staying on. It wrapped for about 3 minutes, And now it's
Turning on
not doing
Conjunction
anything.
Junction Road. Conjunction Junction, what's your function? Hooking up words, phrases, and clauses. Morgan, did you ever watch Schoolhouse Rock when you were younger?
A little bit, but here and there.
Schoolhouse Rock was great.
Another tornado warning.
Tornado warning for North Central Carroll County in North Central Maryland.
Maryland? Excuse me? It's the smallest box I've ever seen in my entire life south of Hanover.
Conjunction Junction, what's your function? Hooking up words, phrases, and clauses. Conjunction Junction, how's your function? This is absurd, I wanna go die.
Okay, this really, folks, I'm gonna be honest, this really has no imminent threat of producing a tornado in my honest opinion, alright? Velocities are broad, for one, and for two, they're not very strong either. If we take a look at correlation coefficient, that's not correlation coefficient. If we take a look at correlation coefficient, that's associated with the inflow, so that's not a tornado.
My name is Morgan, and I'm not doing this correctly.
My name is Morgan, and I have homework to do.
Look left, look right. I'm considering the following in the bookmark.
It's shaped like a
these
paper
houses are
plane.
stark.
That's a tornado warning for the area of State Route 97 between Littlestown and Westminster. Because, yes. So if you guys are in that area, I would advise seeking a shelter. Preferably underground or in the lowest innermost part of your building. But like I said, I really don't see this producing a tornado in the near term. Going back over here. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think. I really don't. So I'll probably head off at 7:25. More trains passing in my general vicinity.
Here, I'm gonna mute myself real quick, Morgan.
You going through the drive-thru?
No, I'm gonna call someone.
Oh, okay. I don't think, chat. I don't think. Alright, folks. Well, I honestly think this is probably going to wrap it up here. Got some more storms forming here in Maryland, but those probably are not going to have the opportunity to do a whole lot before they merge with the line inevitably. So, that's something to note. We have a couple tornado warnings, neither of which really appear like they're going to do too much, at least on radar presence. Yeah, and this one's dead. So yeah, I think that is probably going to do it for myself. Nate's on the phone, so I'm probably just going to really wrap it up here. Interesting day. Had a few interesting things. We had that Scranton tornado warning that did really look like it was going to be an interesting thing. Never really amounted to a whole lot. Had 0 confirmed tornadoes throughout the stream today, which is always a good sign. Good progress on the channel. I do appreciate y'all who did show the support by liking and subscribing this afternoon. Continue to do that. I'm going to continue to try and get to 1,000 so I can start the monetization process, so all of that can go back into the channel and the stuff that I create, and for the gas money when I inevitably chase the season. So, with that being said, I think that is going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning into this severe weather coverage live stream. If you guys did enjoy this severe weather coverage live stream, please be sure to leave a like rating down below. Really does help me get the word out to more people, especially whenever I stream or post a new video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Click the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I go live or post a new severe weather coverage video, forecasting video, winter weather forecasting, although winter weather forecasting is becoming a little bit less of a thing since tomorrow is April 1st. And I think that's really going to do it for me. My name is Morgan J. Fold. Morgan J. Fold. My name is Morgan J. Fold. And, yeah, I need sleep. My name is Morgan J. Fold. Take care. We will see you next time.